Welcome back, Fayettes and Fantasy Fiends, to the premiere of Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mas. You're listening to Book for Two. I'm Scott.
And I'm Genevieve. If you're new here, welcome to our brand of chaos.
We bring the male and female perspectives, the wild theories, the heated debates, and of course,
the couples banter you never knew you needed, but now can't escape.
She likes her books loaded with spice, betrayal, and enough brooding fey males to make a Shadow Daddy pinup calendar.
And he likes his with apocalyptic stakes, cinematic fight scenes, and character trauma that hits harder than a Marvel post-credit scene.
Every week, we deep dive into the books that wreck your soul and make you cancel plans. And right now, we are deep diving Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mas.
And once a month, we shake things up with a standalone book review. So if you love unhinged theories, emotional damage, and two readers yelling about their fictional obsessions, you're in the right place.
Okay, real quick, we do want to apologize for not having an episode last week. So we took a much needed vacation to Orlando.
Oh, yes. We had a wonderful time. We got to visit an awesome bookstore in Winter Park called Writer's Block Bookstore. Scott found his perfect cafe. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but when I'm reading, I put on YouTube and I like the scenes, the old school cafes like in New York or Paris, corner cafes with the fall scene and the jazz music. So my goal going into this big city, so I went through ChatGPT, helped me find which area, which is in Winter Park, Orlando. And we found it, corner cafe. It's called Barney's. And the food was really good. I had a burrito. And what do you have? Oh, you had the sandwich with the bacon.
Yes. Oh, the sandwich with the Newski's bacon.
Yeah. And their coffee was good too. But the visuals are amazing. Then we went shopping afterwards to the bookstore.
Super cute. Lots and lots and lots of books packed in there. I loved how they had it divided up into little sections. So you could find, this is the bookstore employee section of recommendations. Here's recommendations for the Halloween season. So they did it by genre like that as well. And then we went up into the kids section to check out the kids books. And the lady we met up there was absolutely fabulous. She stopped what she was doing, took the time to talk to us about what our kids liked individually, and then made several recommendations of all kinds of different books that they might enjoy. Absolutely enjoyed the whole vibe there.
And that bookstore is called Writer's Block. It is literally just a 2-minute walk from the cafe that we were at from Barney's.
Yes.
You can take a train there if you go down to Orlando. It's very easy to get to, but check it out if you're down there for sure. Barney's is the cafe and Writer's Block is the bookstore. Now, the main reason we went down was for the Sleep Token concert.
Sleep Token.
So this was your first rock concert ever. How'd you feel?
I've only been to 2 concerts before this. One when I was 12, and that was Amy Grant. And then one when I was 19, 20, I think. And that was Weezer. So
Big
2 very different
difference.
energies. But I absolutely loved the energy of this concert. Loved that it was indoors, especially in Orlando.
Except for the air that was blowing on us the whole time.
Oh my gosh, I was freezing, but thank you for
rubbing your legs for 4 hours straight.
For 4 hours. Oh
the entire concert.
The entire concert. I didn't realize that it was even that long. That's how engrossed I was in the music, in the vibe of it, in everything. The only thing I really wished is that we had seen the screens, like they had put it up on the screens. But now that I kind of have been in that kind of venue, I could definitely be closer.
Yeah, I agree. So this is my first time being in an indoor venue.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they were going to have some screens too, because they usually do for the people that like us that can't afford like the pit or the lower seats. So like you couldn't really see the band or Vessel that much.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously still enjoyed it. The music was good. And the band sounds exactly like they do on the record. It's insane.
And that for me, I was very concerned about that, to be perfectly honest. It's usually EPs and I can hear the people singing in the background and the music's not quite right and it doesn't sound studio quality.
Yep.
This sounded like they just played the CD in my earballs.
And what I love is like seeing on TikTok like the people who don't understand Sleep Token, like the people that went to that live fest in Kentucky and they're like, oh, no one's mosh pitting, no one's doing this, no one's doing that. I'm like, Sleep Token is not made for that. First of all, Sleep Token is music. Sleep Token's not a hard rock band. They are mixed genre. Especially if you listen to their first song, which he did play, which was Thread the Needle. I didn't know that was their first song. And that's actually a really cool song, by the way.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, so our concert, you are there to be engrossed into the music and enjoy the music with people around you. You're not there to mosh and knock people over because that's not what they want anyway. And the other cool thing is they don't talk. It is music only. That is their focus. And you will not see that from any other band.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, I did not know that.
Because they really don't want you to know who they are. So they don't use their voices. Like I think Vessel's only done 2 interviews ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
it's all about the music.
It's all about the music, and that's all they care about. That's why you don't know any of their names, why they're masked. Exactly.
Yep. I love that.
Yep.
And I respect that.
Exactly.
Looking at you fools.
Now, we had a great time at the concert, and we realized how old we were. We did meet a very cool person, and we tried to hang out with her afterwards.
Gosh, Kate.
We went to this really cool spooky bar. It's right down the street, too, by the Kia Center. So if you check it out, I think it was called, what was it? Cocktails and Scares, or Scares and Cocktails, or something like that, right?
Yes. But I wonder if it's only for a season.
No, it's open all year round. Yeah, it's got Halloween vibes, horror vibes. The band was fun that was in there.
You can see a picture of us we put that on TikTok, right?
Saying we were going to
in
sleep
front
on
of
the
the
concert.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we tried.
We
made it till about 12:30, and then we were like, yeah, we're going home.
Oh, we're too old for this.
But I mean, the main reason why we stayed out is because she said she was alone from New Orleans, and we were like, we just want to make sure she doesn't get killed.
Yes. And she was having a blast.
Hopefully she's still alive.
Yes. She never responded to me sending her the pictures. Kate, are you still alive?
Kate from New Orleans?
Kate from New Orleans. I'll send her a text later.
All right. And then the next day was
what I was super excited about. Universal Studios.
I was excited about too. Universal Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's what happened. Let's do a little background with me. So I get really bad motion sickness, but I didn't know how bad it was until this. Like, I can do most roller coasters.
We even took Dramamine.
But I've never ridden rides like this because they don't have these rides at other places, because these are the immersive rides that jerk you around everywhere. And so I've never been on them, but I thought I was going to be fine. I was like, okay, well, there's no loop-de-loops and all this bullshit. We thought we were going to the Hagrid's ride first, because that's what we wanted to do, and I would have probably done that fine. However, we fucked up, and we didn't get any damn sleep, because we were like, let's get there early.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't eat, bad number 2. Took Dramamine on an empty stomach. Luckily, it wasn't the drowsy kind, but still took the hardcore medication of Dramamine.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Oh, and then we took 60 milligram gummy. So there's that too, which is, so it was just like the perfect storm of shit to cause motion sickness. And so we get on the ride that's inside of the castle. Inside of Hogwarts. And I didn't last but like 30 seconds. Like, as soon as that first jerk happened and the dragon showed up, I think I almost vomited 4 times. I had dry heat 4 times.
This is the first thing we did, everybody. I feel terrible.
I was sweating so bad, and I was just
I could literally just wipe the sweat off of your arm. When I touched you, when the ride froze. Yeah. The ride froze because probably somebody else got sick. So
I think it was me, because they paused it after they took our picture, and they were like, this poor bastard. That's probably me.
Oh my God. Do you think so?
Probably.
Did somebody?
I I was dying.
I would not be surprised.
I felt like I was dying.
You felt... I have never felt someone sweating so hard in my life.
So, needless to say, the rest of the day, I couldn't ride a single fucking thing.
So he hung out waiting for me to ride the rides.
But I'm the type of person that does not mind sitting around or doing whatever while people, because I don't want to take away people's fun, and it doesn't take away my fun, because I'll go find something else to do. It's not a big deal. So so I just waited for you while you got to enjoy the roller coasters, but it really didn't bother me. We still had fun.
All right, roller coasters. Velocicoaster, freaking loved it. I really wish that I had rode that a couple more times, to be perfectly honest. I should have just back-to-back that one. By far the best ride that I got to ride there. I did also ride the Hulk again, which used to be my favorite ride. I understand people who ride roller coasters all of a sudden. What is that? The next day or that night we found out that someone died the day before?
Yeah, so at Epic Universe, we didn't go to Epic Universe, but we found out that guy had died on one of the roller coasters. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the whole reason why I wanted to go to Universal anyways was not the roller coasters to begin with. It was because I wanted to be immersed, obviously, in Hogwarts and Hogmeade and all those other places. So we got our wands.
We did. And we accidentally, I guess, they all are now the wands that you can do things.
We got to get the app too.
We got to get the app
connected and all that.
We're going to have to take the kids back.
Because we got to get our Patronus, so we couldn't get our Patronus charm because we haven't unlocked the shit.
Yeah. We didn't know that.
Yeah, but got my butterbeer.
That was delicious.
I got my Hogwarts Quidditch jersey. You got your Slytherin Quidditch jersey.
I did.
Yeah. So again, just because I can't ride rides doesn't mean I can't have fun at theme parks. I don't give a shit. I mean, I can ride roller coasters because I can watch the track. It's just the motion thing because my eyes don't catch up with my stomach whenever it's being jerked around. So that's why I get motion sickness.
So, I forgot to talk about the Simpsons ride. That was my other ride that I absolutely had to go on. The instant that I sat down on the Simpsons ride and it started, I went, oh no, he would have died on this one too. Like instantaneously was like, nope, right there with the eye thing that he told me about. Yeah. I was like, nope, he would have died.
Yeah, I was done for the day. And what's funny is we were typing this shit into ChatGPT and even ChatGPT was like, you stupid fuckers. What were you thinking?
Why did you do?
Like, you just made it.
And then
so
we kept
bad.
remembering. Oh, yeah, we also did this. And it was like, are you effing serious?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of crazy shit, let's not forget. I forgot the first day we went to Disney Springs, which Jen had never been to, which she loves, by the way. I like Disney Springs better than the parks personally because I like restaurants and just the walking around and all that stuff. And the art, fucking love the art. That one studio where we got the...
Yes, the two small prints that we've already got on the wall.
But speaking of Disney Springs, another funny thing. So not only did we have the guy die the day before we went to Universal, but the day we were at Disney Springs, everybody knows the restaurant with a giant boat. Well, that guy, remember? Yeah. We go home and get on the news, and the person on the news is literally like, this is the most Florida fucking thing ever. Some guy scuba dove and like broke into the fucking restaurant and stole 20 grand. Scuba diving.
And then he left the exact same way he came in.
Did he get caught? Did they say he got caught?
No.
He deserves to not get caught. That is some like Despicable Me Groot shit, right?
I fucking love it.
Like, who does that? Like, this guy was probably like, he probably saw the boat 10 years ago and was like, one day I'm gonna rob that fucker. And then he started doing, he's like, scuba lessons. So he's getting scuba lessons. Everyone's like, oh, he's going to go check out some coral reefs. And he's like,
all they have to do is check from the last 5 years or whenever that thing started.
Oh, man.
And they can start to connect the dots. They'll see their red string wall go up.
I was like, just let that dude get away, man. At this point, that's so cool. Because that's shit you see in movies. That is so funny. All right.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's talk about the whole reason why we're here. All right.
Yes, let's do it.
New book, Blood of Hercules. Now, if you thought Throne of Glass had some twists, this one comes out swinging right away. We've got gods running the government, titans tearing things up, and a main character who's sarcastic and cynical as fuck.
At 10 years old.
Yes.
And it's not just the book that's new. We're adding a brand new segment. Ready for this? SpartanCenter. Think SportsCenter, but instead of touchdowns and home runs, it's prophecies, titan kills, and God-level trash talk.
He Said, She Said is back, and I have a feeling it's going to be all Alexis and Nick's quotes.
I wonder if we're going to have a hard time differentiating them at any point.
They do kind of have the same mind.
Yes. We are beyond excited, as you can tell, for our premiere of Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mas.
All right. Now, we do have a big update for you. We are teaming up with the crew from Fancastic Pod for a special episode.
We'll be fancasting Quicksilver, talking about the audiobook and finding out whether Scott finished it. Or did he officially rage quit?
This episode has been recorded, so stay tuned for when it drops. We are looking sometime in October.
Yes. Also in October, don't forget about book club. Our next meetup is Monday, October 20th, and we are still voting on what we are reading.
Yes, so if you want to vote, get in our Discord. We have 4 possibilities that everyone in the book club gets to vote on in our Discord. The link to Discord is in our socials.
We will let everyone know by October 1st what book it is that we are going to read for October. If you're local, come hang out at Sultan's Storybook Store in Niceville. And if you're not, hey, no worries. We will be having it streaming on Discord.
Again, links are in the socials or email us at bookfor2podcast@gmail.com if you want in. Okay? It has been a few weeks of random craziness. Some are getting back to school, and we've just been trying to stay afloat.
Good news, though. We're bringing you more content and not just in our heads this time.
We've rolled out a new segment called Booked With just one of us or both, diving into a random bookish topic or chatting about what we're reading outside of Throne of Glass or Blood of Hercules.
Basically, more of us being us. Whether it's hyping up indie authors, deep diving into tropes like why choose, or just unpacking the mess that is book talk. This is your behind the scenes brain dump.
So be on the lookout. You never know when an episode might pop up. In other news, we have a ton of new merch available on our website, bookedfor2.com.
We're talking t-shirts.
Treat yourself.
Mugs.
Treat yourself.
notebooks,
Treat yourself.
even vanity plates.
Treat yourself.
And a huge thanks to everyone who supported us already. You're the reason that we get to keep spiraling on Mike.
Also, we are doing a thing. We will be at NerdCon in Crestview, Florida this Saturday, September 27th at the Community Center.
Our panel begins at 11 a.m. So make sure you are there beforehand. And yes, I said we are doing a panel. What have we done?
So if you ever want to see us overanalyze tropes and emotionally unravel live, this is your chance.
Come say hi, cosplay if that's your jam. I'm probably going to be dressed up. You can just lurk and vibe if you want to. Either way, we're going to be super excited to see everyone. Okay, real quick before we hit play on the trauma, quick warning. This episode will contain spoilers for Blood of Hercules. Consider this your official spoiler shield.
Lastly, a heads up, this is an adult content show. We swear like we're on an episode of The Sopranos, talk about murder like it's a kink. And when the spice hits, let's just say, we don't fade to black. You've been warned and you're welcome. And of course, before we kick into the drama, it is shameless plug time. Sub, review, follow us on socials, do all the algorithm things. We love our bookish community, so if you know anyone at all who loves books and would fit in with our vibes, please send them our info.
If you're not already following us on socials, now's the time. Sneak peeks, unfiltered commentary, the occasional random live. Our Thursday night TikTok lives happen every week at 7:30 p.m. Central, and the rest is total wildcard energy. Sometimes we deep dive. Sometimes Scott gets bullied into reading spicy bits. Either way, it's a good time. Come hang out.
Also, get your ass in our Discord if you've ever screamed about a plot twist at 2 a.m. and wanted someone to scream back. We've got you. The bookish crew is growing fast and is unhinged in the best way. Links in the show notes and on socials. Come yell with us.
And if you're more of a visual gremlin, yes, we're on YouTube now. Full episodes, full facial expressions, and full spirals in glorious HD.
Last but not least, check out the merch. We've got stickers, t-shirts, and more up at bookfor2.com. Get your dark hallmark on.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to do a hard pause. This isn't just a chapter warning. It's a full book content warning. Jasmine Mas did us the favor of flagging the heavy stuff up. Content warning. This is a story of dark romance and darker obsession. Please note that it contains themes that may be triggering for some readers. There is violence, depictions of murder, stalking, suicidal thoughts, bullying, explicit language, and betrayal. For a full list, please see the author's website, jasminemasbooks.com. It is a slow burn. There are open door scenes. Please take care of yourself. Sometimes becoming a hero hurts a lot. Beware. If any of these aren't your thing, this is a good place to tap out. For everyone else, the spoilers have been dropped, the tea is hot, and the chaos is ready to be unlocked.
And now let's dive into the premiere of Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mas.
Yeah, let's turn the page. Omniscient, knowing everything.
Greek gods, scissors, and a prophecy straight out of Doom Scroll TikTok. Welcome to Prologue 1, Omniscient.
The title of this prologue is clearly Omniscient, which literally means knowing everything. And that's because this section is told from Fate's perspective. Now, little refresher for anyone who needs a brush up on their Greek mythology. The Fates, or the Moirai, are actually three goddesses who weave the thread of destiny from birth to death.
Ooh.
So you've got Clotho. So you've got Clotho, the spinner. She spins the thread, basically saying, congratulations, it's a baby. It's a baby. Then, oh God.
Don't worry about it. We're going to butcher some of these. Just go for it.
Lachesis, Laquisha. Don't do that one.
I'm pretty sure we should probably plug this in. We'll do this next time. We'll plug these in to pronounce. Yeah.
The apportioner. She measures out how long that thread's going to be, setting up all of life's major events. And finally, Atropos, the eldest, who gets the fun job of cutting the thread like, whoops, sorry, time's up. But here, Fate is treated as one person, and we're inside her head.
She's doing what all the other professionals do in We Need to See the Future. Hit that good shit. And surrounding herself with rocks that we've collected as kids. Let the universe speak to us, baby. And here's what the universe said. The lost one shall change what is before, chained to death's soldiers becoming evermore. Or Titans will inherit the earth, and there will be nothing but war.
All right. She drops this line about apocalypse and peace being two sides of the same coin, which, okay, that's very on brand for Fate. Basically, her visions always seem to hinge on one massive choice, a fork in the road, if you will. But unlike the others, she's not just sitting back watching. She's ready to shove the wheel if that's what it takes. Which makes me wonder, is this version of Fate basically Atropos, the one who cuts the thread?
That's what it sounds like. I at first thought she was representing all three, but it sounds like she's one of three.
Yeah. Also, side note, she is for real tripping balls.
Hell yeah.
Now she's stumbling through a field into the palace. Her side note, her hair is silver. Her eyes are purple. Legit goddess vibes. She enters a modern day assembly of the House of Sparta. For comparison, okay, think of the World Leaders Summit, like the G7 or G12. Aren't those airplanes?
I think you're thinking G5.
Ah, okay.
All right, she's adamant about passing a marriage bill requiring immortals to wed at age 26 instead of 100.
Ew.
But I do love this line. This is total guy logic right here. 26 years is far too young to be bound for all eternity.
Agreed.
Yeah. Apparently, this vision has fate in a tizzy because she even shuts Zeus down, calls his punk ass a young boy. Fucking queen. Now, everyone bows, so she's above all the house leaders, which explains why she goes to the middle of the room where the unpassed laws are kept. She finds the marriage law and cuts it with these special scissors. That's pretty badass. So instead of sealing fate, she's sealing laws based on her visions. We're definitely going to be talking about that.
Yeah, for sure. And she's not done, though. She's over here assigning professors, Karen and Augustus.
I think it's Quran.
Yeah, I'm going to call him Karen for now.
Right.
To be part of some crucible setup, right? Very modern day syllabus meets murder trials. All right. Meanwhile, Zeus plays his role as good little puppet and signs the marriage bill. And on her way out, she name drops Kronos and throws shade at how the 12 have trashed what he built, which fair. And she caps it off with a line that she's the only thing standing between the rise and fall of Sparta.
Okay.
Woo!
So
Woo!
prologues are made for what?
Setup.
Exactly.
All right.
When people are getting mad at this book saying, oh, they just lore dumped at the beginning, like, do you not know what a prologue is? It is a setup to set the world up, and that is what she's doing here.
Yep.
Great job. Thank you.
Well done.
Because what she's doing here, she's setting it up, right? We don't know too much, but we're given enough. Obviously, it's a modern day feel because it feels like you said, like a G12 summit, all the world leaders getting together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's modern. They're talking about laws and passing laws and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So Fate is in charge.
Sounds like it. She's in charge of the members of the Federation.
Obviously, they're not gods, but they are very well respected because the three fates, are in charge of
essentially everything, right? Yeah. So what do you think the prophecy means? Any ideas at all on that yet?
I mean, this is your typical the one prophecy, right? The one that will bring
the one
them
who
all.
will save everyone. Yeah. You must find the one. Okay.
I don't mind these because it's not that difficult of a rhyme. So the one shall change, the lost one will change what was before. So, whoever the one is going to make things better. Chained to death soldiers becoming ever more. So something with like evil soldiers, maybe.
Yeah.
Titans will inherit the earth. We always know that the gods and Titans are always fighting. So yeah,
something to keep that from happening.
Yeah, she's going to probably stop the Titans somehow or something like that.
All right. Well, 26 seems super young. That sucks.
Yeah. So this marriage law, I'm wondering if this is usually with immortals, with Fae and stuff like that, they can't give birth a lot. Like they're very rare they can give birth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if this is like a population control thing. Maybe they're losing numbers.
And they need to increase the numbers. But it sounds like if whatever doesn't happen, the Titans are going to take over the earth. So it sounds like this has to happen or else.
Yeah. So the way fate normally works, like in Greek mythology, well, it's the butterfly effect. One little thing can change everything. And that's why it's like the fork in the road. So her passing this bill is the very first drop into this. I mean, things can still change. You still have to. And that's why she says that I'm going to take things into my own hands. So I'm wondering if she's going to nudge her along during this quest.
And that's kind of our tinfoil hat too. Yeah. We think she's going to intervene. We're not sure how.
Yeah.
But yes, somehow she's going to intervene.
Yes.
All right. Fabulous.
All right. So I do think it's funny that she had to get toked up. And she was busting out rocks like,
well, I mean, why not? That's fabulous.
It reminds me of that comedian member. He's like, I like rocks. I just like the way they feel.
Yes.
Like I'm not retarded. He's like, I'm not retarded or anything, but I like rocks.
And he's got one in his pocket that he found in the parking lot. I love that one so much.
I want that on a t-shirt. I'm not retarded or anything, but I like rocks.
Is that not insensitive? I don't know.
Well, aren't we considered since we're autistic technically? So, I mean.
Yes.
Aren't we going to take the R word back now?
I don't know.
Taking it back.
I'd like to, but I don't want to offend anyone either. So.
All right. So we talked about tinfoil hat. Let's do our quote. Give us our quote.
Are you questioning my abilities, young boy?
Burn.
To Zeus.
And then Zeus was like, oh.
Which leads us into what your pick was.
Because usually Zeus is like the most badass, feared motherfucker, like in all his Greek mythology shit. And
he's like the top.
To see him getting punked, and now I can't get what's his face from the Thor movie out of my head playing Zeus, the guy from Gladiator. Oh, I can't think of his damn. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Real famous actor.
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
I can't picture anyone else as Zeus but Russell Crowe. He did so great, and it's hilarious. Like, as much as that movie sucks, to me, him playing Zeus was the best part.
Which
it
one?
Was so funny. Russell Crowe. You didn't finish it because it sucked so bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
Thor, Love and Thunder.
Oh, yeah, no, I did not.
Yeah, the new one.
Okay.
But him playing Zeus is so fucking funny.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that also kind of leads into mine, is I loved that they cowered in Fate's presence, because that was real.
Hell yeah, bitch, she's a fucking queen, dude.
Yeah, absolute queen energy, just, ugh. And then just kind of raising her nose at them like, ugh, you guys are pathetic. I can't believe this. So, yeah.
Now,
Fate's a badass.
We do have a character call out, which is Fate, Zeus. I mean, so what we're going to try to do is try to do a little background in Greek mythology for everybody, kind of what we did with the Fates here.
Yeah.
Zeus, we don't need to do a little bit of background. Everyone knows who the fuck Zeus is and what he does. So as we try to get to more characters, we'll try to. If we forget to, we'll go back. But I'm obsessed with Greek mythology my whole life. That's why I love this book. So I'll try to butt in as much as I can. And hopefully if Jasmine Mas listens, she won't be like, oh, this dumbass, because she does have a degree from Georgetown.
Yep. Ooh.
All right. Well, this was a fun prologue. Good start.
It was awesome.
Are you ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go.
The Great War. Softly, it began.
History lessons, shadowy gods, and the not-so-soft start of a war. Welcome to Prologue 2.
So, for all of us lore nerds, this is our fucking chapter right here. The whole prologue is a lore drop, baby. So, the Spartans, or gods, were here before humans and mostly vacation on Greek islands. Each Spartan has an animal protector. Think Souls from the Golden Compass, if you've read that series, which is an amazing series, by the way, if you haven't. If you had an animal protector, babe, which one would you get if you got to choose? I'm not sure that's how it works in this book, but if you got to choose your own animal protector, what would you go with?
Can I say dragon? Does dragon work? Is that an animal?
I mean,
if there's dragons in there, I would like a dragon.
It's a mythological. I mean, if we're going mythological, I'm going Phoenix, but.
Well, I mean, Phoenix would be cool too.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to say dragon.
That's fine. So if we're going real animal, without thinking, just off the top of your head, just.
A cat of some sort.
Okay. A cat.
A jungle cat of some sort. Like a big cat. Yeah.
Okay. So you are.
Like
okay.
Jaguar or panther. I mean, I love my Merlin. So probably a black. Yeah.
So a panther. Huh?
Yeah, a panther.
That's a good choice. That'll maul some shit.
Yeah.
I think other than Phoenix, I'm going red panda.
I mean, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Can I have an octopus? Like, how would that work?
You can have a giant octopus.
But is it in the water? I don't want a giant one. Can it shapeshift and be smaller and bigger?
You can have whatever you want.
Okay, I want that. I want an octopus.
So you want an octopus?
Yep.
I'm still going red panda.
I'm going octopus.
I just want something cuddle with all day, like red panda.
All right. I love that.
All right. Getting back into it.
Yeah.
Now, there were also local creatures that were anything magical other than Spartans. And just like every story, everything was fine one day until humans came in and fucked everything up. The humans did what they normally do, learn valuable skills from a people, and then fuck their society and take it from them.
Ugh. And for a hot minute, it actually worked. Mortals and immortals were mingling, worshiping Spartans like gods. Everybody was living their mythological life. And then the Spartans noticed humans breed like rabbits, like popping them out left and right. Meanwhile, the Spartans are more like tortoises, slow and steady, never more than 100 of them at a time. Interesting. But of course, the humans got a human. And once they figured out that there was a way to kill a Spartan, suddenly every farmer's kid decided that they were the new CEO of Jimmy John's and started hunting their gods for sport.
Nice. Anyway, humans are dumb and forgot they were fucking with a more intelligent race. Spartan chose a hideout in the Dolomites, but not before giving one big middle finger and destroying the advancements they'd shared with the humans.
No.
Goodbye, Rome. Goodbye, Library of Alexandria. No. And then the gods became the myths we know of them today. Ooh, I like this take, the way she's doing the Greek mythology thing here.
It's kind of like you don't know what you think you know.
Yeah.
This is the truth. Oh.
Now, while hidden, the Spartans still advanced, but there was infighting between the two houses. The Olympian houses, 50 total, whose powers did good things like help people. Then the Chthonic houses, only 4 total, whose powers did nasty shit to people. Their house lineup never changed in history. It was Hades, Ares, Aphrodite, and Artemis. That's actually a pretty solid fucking lineup, dude.
Yeah, it is. All right, so here's the thing. The Olympians, they can hook up with humans to keep the family tree going. Those kids are called mutts. But those 4 chthonic houses, oh, no. They can't crossbreed because apparently humans can't handle that much shadow daddy power.
Ooh.
They definitely can't. So houses were mostly peaceful until the Great War at the turn of the 21st century. And depending on who you ask, the Broody Bunch started it.
Broody Bunch. Love it. Keeping it.
They came in swinging, wrecked everything for decades. And by 2045, the Olympians had gone from 50 down to 8.
Ooh.
They got smoked. And the last 8 standing, Zeus, Hera, Athena, Poseidon, Demeter. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Apollo and Dionysus.
Dionysus. You got to have a party boy in there
Of
somewhere.
course,
Dionysus.
Of course. You can't have a pantheon without shots.
Shot. All right. Now, there was a stalemate. Even though the Olympians got their asses handed to them, they took out enough of the Broody Bunch to basically go, whoops. Peace was reestablished. And in 2050, a new foe, the Titans, began attacking Earth. Suddenly, humanity needed the gods again. Convenient.
Interesting.
Not before the Olympians punish the Broody Bunch by making them and their heirs clean up this Titan mess. Their new name became the Assembly of Death. But I like Broody Bunch better.
Yeah. Well, apparently that wasn't messy enough. They decided to spice it up with a televised gladiator competition. The Assembly, plus creatures, plus Titans, all fighting to the death for our primetime viewing pleasure. Is the literal Hunger Games meets WrestleMania, brought to you by Olympus.
Nice.
So yeah, the gods run the show now. There are no countries left, just houses that you swear allegiance to.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
All right, so fast forward 50 years, we're talking 2095-ish, and nothing has changed except the Olympians are pumping out weak-ass kids. And yeah, that spicy marriage law we saw in Prologue 1 actually passes. And let's just say the Broody Bunch does not RSVP yes. And now, finally, the actual story begins.
Okay, so that was a giant lore drop. We're not going to go over all of it because then we'd be here for fucking ever. So,
yes, big takeaways.
Big takeaway is it's the typical story of an advanced race at peace, just like the Eternals in the movie that I was watching by Marvel. I was telling you about it.
Atlantis.
Yeah. And then the humans are like, oh, thanks for teaching us this shit. Oh, we can kill you? Let's kill you.
We could take these things? Like, why are we like this?
Yeah, because we suck. And we did this here in Native America, whatever. And I'm wondering if that's like England has done it. So I wonder if this is her take on like, we do this everywhere.
Yeah. Why? Why are we like this? Why can't we just live in peace?
We would be here forever talking about that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so tinfoil hat. So we have a good one for this one.
Okay.
The Spartans created the Titans to have someone to save again, so they could be worshipped again. They felt left out, maybe, or needed something to do, needed something for the Broody Bunch to do. They created those.
Well, yes, but here's my thing. If the Broody Bunch was taking them out left and right, how do they get them to stop? And how are they the ones being the cleanup buddies? So they have something over them.
You think they're holding something hostage to make sure that the Assembly of Death does this Titan thing?
It's got to be. The Olympians have something on them.
It's 8 versus 4, but 4 of them attacked 50.
That's what I'm saying. They're so fucking powerful.
Yeah.
What stopped the fight?
What's stopping them?
Other than the Titans. I mean, because here's my thing. I can see the Titans stopping the fight and them having a truce. But why is it only them fighting it? Like, how do the Olympians get it?
That was their punishment for.
If they're the ones kicking ass, how did the Olympians catch them to make them punished? So that is what I want to know.
Oh, maybe there's some kind of like word mark collar or something they got going on.
Are you putting Sarah J. Maas into this?
Yes. I don't know, man. You don't know.
All right. Another big takeaway. I think this is a very cool take on the mythology and kind of bringing it into modern world, but it's like the future. So
yes,
you and I wouldn't be alive. We'd be dead.
Yes.
In this future.
Yes.
But it's pretty cool. So they're not just gods. They are just an advanced immortal race, kind of like the Fae. That were minding their own fucking business. And here we come, learning shit, taking shit. But I do like that like when they started attacking, the Spartans ran and were like, fuck you, and destroyed like everything. It was like, figure it out for yourself, fuckers.
Yeah, good luck. And I mean, honestly, that explains Atlantis and explains all the, you know how they find all of those cave paintings and they're like, wait, what's all this advanced civilization? This is what happened.
This is what happened.
This is what happened.
And again, it's about who's in charge of history. So we don't fucking know like what civilization was like back in like Mesopotamia era and all that shit.
Nope. We are
Because
currently
we've
watching
erased
the
everything.
erasing of history.
Yeah.
So
They're erasing slavery and all that shit in our fucking history and shit too. And that's why I'm glad Rebecca Yarros like stood up and spoke out and was like, nah, I am not on that side. My Fourth Wing books are deeper than just fucking dragons and sexy shadow daddies.
yes.
My books are about the current state of our government right now.
Yes.
I love that.
They are. I fucking love it so
Yeah.
much.
So that goes back to my pick. We just talked about that. You know,
Yeah.
It reminds me of what we did to the Native Americans. We learned farming and how to plant corn and all that shit. And then we said,
Agriculture,
and
we're
this
like-
is now ours. Yeah. All right. So give us your pick.
All right. My pick is the all of a sudden need to save them from the creature that suddenly appeared.
It is sus.
It's sus.
Very sus.
It's super sus. That
Okay.
was mine.
Character call outs. We did name all those Spartans.
So Spartans are Olympians and Chthonics. The Titans are the other things.
And then there's also another whole race of like magical-ish creatures that aren't Spartans. They're like lower creatures, I'm guessing.
They're magical, but not Spartans.
Yeah.
Creatures.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then
Yep.
Spartans are split up between the Olympians and Chthonics. There's only 4 Chthonic houses ever, and it's always been the same.
Mm-hmm.
And we're only down to 12. And those are Zeus, Hera, Athena, Hermes, Poseidon, Demeter. It's either Demeter or
Demeter.
whatever. Yeah. Apollo, who's one of my favorites. And of course, Party Boy Dionysus. And our Chthonics are...
Hades, Aphrodite, Artemis, and Ares.
That's a scary fucking team right there.
It is.
That is a scary
Woo.
fucking team, man. Holy shit.
Ah,
Okay.
So we learned a lot in this chapter,
Yeah.
which again is a lore drop, and it is meant to set us up. And yeah,
We probably didn't hit everything we could have hit in this chapter. There's just so much to go over. So just if you are lost, reread the chapter. I'm sure we will. But we're ready to move on to the next chapter. You ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go. Serpent, Chapter 1, Alexis, year 2090.
God's running the government, foster care nightmares, and a giant sassy snake roommate. Yeah, this is where the chaos kicks off. Let's dive into it.
Love it. Ab initio, Latin for from the beginning. So here we are, part 1 of our story. And like any good myth retelling, we kick it off with a vision from Fate herself. Let's break this one down real quick.
Okay.
At this century's turn, all of Sparta applauds. The Federation falls to the exposer of gods.
Okay.
Ooh.
So we are, what is the year again? 2090. So we are
2090.
at the turn of the century. We're getting
Mhm.
close.
This prophecy is from 40 years before this chapter.
Okay. Let's see. All Sparta applauds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that sounds like the Federation games.
Mm-hmm. And then the Federation falls to the
exposer of God. So,
So
that might,
somebody's going to
okay.
reveal something about them.
And that might be our tinfoil hat from
Ooh.
last chapter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means whatever's about to go down is going to happen in Alexis's timeline. Okay.
Yep.
So Fate already has her eyes on it. All right. I'm excited.
All right, so here we go. Chapter 1. Now, this is an alternate universe like we talked about before where our Greek gods are real. I'm not saying they aren't here, but
Mhm.
in this universe, they 100% are because they're not just gods, they are the government.
Mm.
We're also in the year 2090, so about 65 years ahead of us. You and I will be dead. Sorry
Okay.
for making that morose.
Okay.
Hey, our kids will be alive, so they'll be able to witness this.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, we're with a girl lying in the field in Montana. Now, and she's woken up by a female voice who is asking who she is. Now, the way the narrator speaks threw me off at first because it was very simple.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
But then I realized that we're in the mind of a 10-year-old girl. So well done for the author putting us into a 10-year-old girl's head, because sometimes when authors do this, they are still writing like they are adults.
Yes. She did a
Yeah.
fantastic job
So if you're going to do first person point of view, you have to match the age of the character as well.
and did a fantastic job because you were very confused.
Yes.
All right. So while we're in her head, we get this description of the Titans. Razor sharp teeth, black veins, long claws. They have super speed. It's basically the whole nightmare package. And nobody knows where they came from. So that's always comforting. And then Alexis drops one of the best lines. And I think this is where I fell in love with her thought process.
Yes.
Their existence was unfortunate if you wanted to live. I didn't.
Her quote.
Now, if you've ever lived through trauma or if you're neurotypical, you probably read that line and go, oh my gosh, this poor girl, she's suicidal. But those of us who know, that's not what this is. That's straight up goth humor.
Mhm.
That is Lydia from Beetlejuice.
Yes. Or April Ludgate from Parks and Rec, or Wednesday
Yes.
Addams. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Perfect.
Or Daria Morgendorf. I love her last name.
Is that her name?
That's-
Morgan?
yeah,
Oh my
Morgendorf.
gosh. I
Yeah.
forgot that. That's great.
We learn about Father John, who is like
some kind of religious
a regular
figure.
father. So what is their religious structure if these are gods? Because they do mention heaven and hell eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he thinks the Titans were sent to teach humans a lesson.
Okay.
Interesting. Now, speaking of trauma, we learn Alexis is in foster care with people she calls only father and mother. They're abusive, which explains her outlook on life. She uses sarcastic humor to deal with her trauma. Our narrator looks up to exactly 2 people and 2 people alone, and both of them are very famous mathematicians.
Math. Woo.
Yes. Emmy Noether, who was a 19th century mathematician, and Carl Gauss. They're the only positive influences in her life.
Okay. All right. So Alexis does, in her own thoughts, wrestle with suicidal ideation, which is different than actively being suicidal, which is worth pointing out.
Big difference.
There are hints that she might be neurodivergent as well. She mentions hating being touched, which could be trauma, but it could also be just her brain wiring, kind of like mine. Then that voice comes back and asks her name. That's when we find out that she is Alexis Hurt. And as she's talking, she feels the scar on her sternum, something she's had since she was a baby, start to tingle. I'm noting that for later.
Yes.
The voice introduces herself as Nyx. And oh boy, Nyx is just as quirky as Alexis, if not more so. Don't believe me? Listen to this little gem from page 28.
You can understand me, human? You can speak to me? The voice was even louder and I jumped. I am Nyx.
Hi, I said awkwardly. There was a long pause.
Why are your wrists bloody? Nyx asked me.
My foster parents are trying to kill me, I said with a heavy sigh.
You're a strange human. Nyx's voice sounded closer. You speak of death, but you don't smell of fear. There's something wrong with you.
There probably is, I said.
Nyx hissed. Your attitude is unsettling. I've met immortal Spartans who fear death more than you do.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I highlighted that one.
The banter is good in this one.
Yes. All right.
Now, Nyx shows herself to Alexis as a giant black snake with purple eyes. She's what's called an echidna, an ancient race of invisible snakes that are venomous and sassy. Normally, humans can't see or hear them, but Alexis can. Nyx and Alexis head back to Alexis's home where her foster parents are strung out.
Ugh.
Nyx politely asks if Alexis wants her to kill them. Sadly, no. Speaking of sad, Alexis sleeps in a cardboard box bed with just a small piece of white fabric and a gold 8-letter label that was left for her when she was a baby.
That fabric, it's the onesie she was wearing when the orphanage found her. Okay. But Alexis doesn't have time to wallow because, surprise, she's about to get a new foster sibling, a boy named Charlie. He's 9 years old and he's quiet to the point of mute. And where do they make him sleep? Yep, right next to her in the cardboard box. And here's where Alexis's true heart peeks out. She looks at this kid, sees how scared and small he is, and promises she'll be a good sister to him. Which is how we know Alexis might be wrapped in darkness, but she's still got light tucked in there too. Ugh.
So one of our biggest takeaways is she is having a very, very tough life. She's an orphan. She gets abused by strung out foster parents who are probably just taking her in for money.
Girl is living in a cardboard box.
Yeah. But there's an invisible snake that only she can hear and see. So what do you think?
Magic of some sort, clearly.
Yeah, obviously.
But wow, I want an invisible snake that only I can see.
Yeah.
All right. So she has that morose outlook on life that we talked about, right? And she's using the cynicism to mask her pain. So that's trauma. That's a trauma response. And that's one of those things that I think the people are having a hard time understanding. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You can take that.
And I think this goes to my pick. So I truly believe she's neurodivergent. It has not obviously been stated, and I'm very curious. I am going to reach out to the author because she just has all the traits. I looked it up and my brother stuttered and I used to stutter a little bit when I was a kid, and that neurotypicals don't do that because their brain, that's a brain process thing. Right. And that's something that you only see in neurodivergent people. I do believe she's autistic for sure. It would be what used to be called Asperger's, but they don't call it that anymore. It's just a higher thing on the autism spectrum. So she's, very, very smart. She's a genius because she loves math. She's a mathematician. Her favorite, and only autistic people get that obsessed, No, I'm serious. You know what it's like. So she has those two to calm her down.
The mathematicians. Yeah.
But I think what this author is trying to do is give us insight into what someone with her brain goes through with trauma that most people just don't understand. And from reading the reviews, people don't like the way that she talks. They're like, oh, she's very angry and this, and that, and the other thing. And it's like, well, you're not putting yourself in her shoes because a lot of people don't know or don't even want to know what it's like to be neurodivergent, or they don't want to deal with her trauma as well.
Yeah.
Because this is a 10-year-old girl, 10 years old. Like, our daughter is 1 year away from her age at this point.
Yep.
Being abused, not knowing who your parents are, sleeping in a cardboard box, super smart, neurodivergent brain, probably starving, emaciated. So she uses that cynicism and that sarcasm to keep her going. Because, I mean, yeah,
it's her coping mechanism.
Yeah, I mean, there's suicidal ideations and she's looking at life with a negative outlook, but that's just because life is negative to her right now.
It keeps throwing shit at her. So, yeah.
So I think people just don't understand her because they don't want to put themselves in her shoes, or they just don't know how to put themselves in her shoes. I'm not blaming people for not being able to. But the other side of the coin is I'm also wondering if the people who are reading this don't want to understand. They're just like, oh, I don't want to, understand this. And,
I mean, they could just be surface level reading again.
Yeah.
And they just don't care for this type of POV. I appreciate that this is in a first person POV because we get to see exactly what her brain is doing.
Yeah.
And thinking and what she actually says out loud versus what she thinks to herself.
And the author is doing this in kind of a comedic way. I mean, yes, what she's saying sounds dark and morose and, oh my gosh, she wants to, kill herself and all this stuff. And like neurotypicals don't understand that because they're so bubbly and everything's so great. Oh my God, look at life, because
they're not always that way, honey.
It's neither here nor there. But my thing is, like, people just don't want to get out of their lives and be in other people's shoes. They just want to live in their perfect little bubble and not understand other people. And that's why I think this author wrote this book about bullying and stuff, because the next chapter or 2 chapters later, we're going to get into that about when she starts getting bullied for something that is out of her control and people don't understand her.
Yeah, for sure.
People don't want to understand her.
It's empathy, guys. This is empathy.
Yes.
You haven't been in the situation, but you put yourself in their shoes. This is empathy.
And I'm going to misquote Andre 3000 here, but this, like, he's just said it perfectly in the song Hey Ya, where, everyone's bubbly, you just want to dance. And he says that. He's like, y'all don't want to hear me, you just want to dance. Because the whole song is about breaking up and losing your love and all this other stuff and seeing other people happy, but everyone's just dancing along. And that's how this is. Like, people just want to read to escape. And that's fine. But a lot of these authors put their heart and soul into these. Like, I want you to pick up on this. Books are not meant to be surface level. I don't care what you say. If you want surface level, watch TV. Listen,
there are some books that maybe are meant to be surface level.
Yeah, but I have a feeling I'm going to be defending this book till the day I die.
I can see that.
Because of author's intent. And that's what people don't understand is author's intent means everything.
Yep.
When you're reading. Sorry to get off my soapbox. We'll get off my soapbox.
No, you're good. That was absolutely fabulous.
Yeah. All right.
That was our big takeaway for real for this one. So
let's talk about one of our tinfoil hats. So the sternum tingle.
Yes. So there was
she has a scar.
Yeah, there's a scar, something about a sternum tingle. Her chest burned with sincerity when she said, I will never kill someone. So there's some interesting things happening with some kind of chest tingling, something or other. What?
Tinfoil hat.
What?
With a scar.
Yeah.
She was not abandoned.
Okay.
She was saved. Someone tried to kill her as a baby because of the prophecy.
Ooh.
Yeah. There you go. Someone tried to kill her as a baby because of the prophecy.
And they couldn't.
Yeah. But the person who got her out, like, obviously we don't know the backstory, but that's my guess. That's why she's not there. She's not abandoned.
She was saved.
Saved.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All
right. So Nyx.
Yeah. The Nyx.
So you're thinking maybe animal protector since they have
they
one?
said something about animal protectors earlier. So maybe Nyx is her animal protector.
Maybe this is how they get him just randomly.
Maybe.
Could be.
So yeah.
That'd be cool. An invisible murder snake.
Yeah. Hello. Who's hilarious.
Yep. Oh, and then her onesie.
Yeah, the onesie, 8-letter labels on the cloth. So
you spell out Hercules, that is 8 letters.
Yeah, so
we'll see if that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's in Greek or something, but
oh yeah, I didn't even think about it.
But if she can
in Latin.
Yeah, that's true. Could be.
Okay,
and then what is our quote? We have 2 of them.
On whether she'd like to be Alexis's friend. Fine, but only because your life seems miserable and I've been misplaced in this barbaric land with no one to speak to.
Yes. I'm telling you, there's going to be like a million. It's going to be so hard to pick like one quote. That's why I put the second one here, because I love your attitude is unsettling because it's so true. It's like
the murder snake is like, your attitude is really unsettling.
Well, not only that, but I picked that quote because I feel like that's how some of these readers feel. The ones that are giving it like 1 star is like, oh, this is unsettling. It's like, yeah. And the author's put that in here. What you'll notice as you read this book is the author is very meta. She is telling you that some of this shit is ridiculous. This is a comedic way of telling a story about somebody with trauma and bullying.
Yes.
Anyway.
At least that's how we're reading it.
That's how I'm reading it. I could be wrong.
All right.
What's your pick?
My pick was about the onesie.
Okay,
so the onesie was what she was wearing when they found her as a baby. So that was mine. I do want to talk about the new character that we got, though, Charlie. He's 9 years old, the new foster brother.
Okay.
And I want to talk about his eyes.
Let's do it.
An unnatural shade of yellow that almost glowed in the dark. Okay. That's interesting. And he only spoke one sentence to her. He whispered it to her and he said, "You don't have to." When she told him that she'd take care of him. Aw, like, you don't have to. That's all he said to her.
Yeah, I don't have a full tinfoil hat on Charlie yet, but I do feel like he is like a transformer more than meets the eye.
Yes, for sure. The unnatural shade of yellow that almost glowed in the dark. And
something's going on with Charlie.
And then he smiles. And I don't know, just that whole interaction was very interesting.
But speaking of Charlie, it does bring out her protective side. Like I mean, and that's what I love about her. So even with all this shit going on, she still cares about another human being because she does not want to see what's happened to her happen to him.
Yes, and she's like, "I'm going to take care of you. I know how these foster parents work. I'm going to show you the ropes." Like, yeah.
And that is what's called empathy, people. Even when bad shit happens to you does not mean you have to become a fucking asshole.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so ready to turn a page?
I am. Let's go.
The Monster, Chapter 2, Alexis, year 2091.
From starving through a Montana winter to dialing the nuclear hotline, Alexis learns fast. Sometimes survival means becoming the very thing they fear.
We fast forward a year, so Alexis is 11 and Charlie is now 10. We learn that Charlie doesn't speak. He isn't mute. He just chooses not to speak. In a whole year, he's only spoken that one time. It's the middle of a brutal winter and everyone in Alexis's home is starving. One night, she overhears mother and father talking about getting rid of Charlie.
Oh, hell no.
It's gotten so bad, the schools have been closed for weeks, and the teacher used to send scraps home, but without those, things are getting dire. And where they live in Montana, hiding a body is easy. Just ask Rip from Yellowstone.
Oh, gosh. Alexis doesn't even hesitate. She wakes Charlie up, shoves him into the bathroom, and tells him, "Dial 777. And no, that's not Vegas jackpot. That's the Titan emergency line. The one number you only call if absolute chaos is busting through your door.
Ooh.
That's the only code where the government drops everything and shows up immediately. Why? Well, because the Broody Bunch numbers are low and these kids are rare commodities. So lore dump, buckle up.
Lore dump!
There are only 10 Broody Bunch in existence.
Ooh.
10. Okay. And of those, only 5 are actually strong enough to fight Titans. Since the Great War, 5 kids have been born. Augustus, Karen, Patro, Achilles, and Helen. Medusa's technically around, but she's doing a long stint in Spartan prison.
Now, immortality doesn't kick in until you hit 20 years old.
Noted.
You've got pure blood heirs and heiresses. Augustus is heir to Ares. Charon, or Karen, belongs to Artemis and Erebus. And Helen is heiress to Aphrodite.
Okay.
Then there are the Mutts. These are half humans, Patro and Achilles. Patro is with House Aphrodite, and Achilles is House Ares. The only one above 20 at this time is Augustus.
Okay.
Alexis uses her inner Carl and Emmy to get courage and talk herself into what she plans to do. Threaten her foster parents with jail if they hurt Charlie. I do applaud the bravery. Bravo. But, uh-oh.
Yeah, shocker. It doesn't go over very well at all. They turn on her too, and the beating starts.
Oh, fuck.
And Alexis goes to that place in her head. She survives it by disassociating, literally turning it into a soundtrack. In her mind, the scene gets scored like a movie, the music drowning out the horror. It's dark, but it's also genius because it gives her control even when she has none. Meanwhile, Nyx is outside begging to be let in, hissing like, "Just give me 5 minutes with these assholes." Then something crashes through the window. Perfect timing, and suddenly Mother's swinging a knife at what looks like a red devil.
Nyx is there now, and they both rush back to Charlie and lock themselves in the bathroom. From the other side of the door, they hear Mother scream and Father begging the kids for help, telling them to call 777 because there's a Titan. Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Right?
Nyx, Alexis, and Charlie huddle tight in the bathroom together until they hear Mother die and Father cry. Later, the police and medics show up and use Spartan healing gel on Alexis's face. She tells the cops that her asshole foster father did that to her and says that he killed mother. See ya, fucker.
Later. I guess healthcare is pretty shitty in that world too, because Alexis isn't qualified to get the rest of her injuries healed. Thanks for nothing, Spartan Blue Cross.
Gross.
So after the cops and the medics left, it's just now the three of them alone. And that night, Alexis can't sleep. She heads into the bathroom, and for the first time, she really gets a look at herself. She closes her good eye, covers her good ear, and realizes what the beating actually did to her. Her left iris is now completely white. Her right is still black. And it's not just a creepy color swap. She's deaf and blind on her left side now. Jesus. And here's the wild part. She doesn't fall apart. The girl staring back in the mirror looks calm, like she's already accepted it. Like she's saying, all right, fine. You may be a monster. I guess I'll be the monster. Later that day, unfortunately, the three of them get evicted because the trailer's now a crime scene. So they're officially homeless. And if we've learned anything about this world, it's that things always get worse.
Yeah. So this world sucks. Wouldn't want to be a part of this.
For real. All right. Big takeaways. Alexis is fucking brave as shit. Clearly stood up for Charlie. And luckily the Titan showed up to take care of business, right?
Yeah. Luckily, timing.
Timing. Yeah.
You know, timing. I mean, Nyx is the one that broke the window, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm understanding is Nyx broke the window.
And then, so there was a point where like she pointed to the oven to like try to fake them out, right?
To the sink.
Yeah.
Yes.
To try to like confuse them or some shit.
Oh, trust me. I have all of this highlighted because there's something weird about how it was worded.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you want me to talk about it?
If you want to.
Yes. Because my tinfoil hat is I think Alexis summoned it or knew of the presence of something that was there. I think she summoned it. Mother's fist once again caught my left eye and lights exploded. Black ringed my vision. Blood was everywhere. She screamed in my face. I screamed back. Oh, look, we're harmonizing. Mozart would have loved this. Jesus. So anyways, then she's like, focus, Alexis, concentrate. Panic welled sharp and hot like I'd been stabbed straight through the heart. And she's thinking about Charlie's in danger. And then the trailer was painted in streaks of red because something had come through the window from the outside. Father pointed at me. Then he was pointing at mother. Then they were screaming at each other. I pointed at the sink and screamed. Like, what's happening? They shrieked and jumped back, pushing at each other to get away from the imaginary sink monster. What? The diversion was more successful than expected. Then chest pain randomly skewered my sternum. And she's like, oh, great, I'm having a heart attack. So, like, something's tripping out. And then she trips over Nyx.
But again, going back to that scene alone, this is what I mean. Like, I don't think the readers are understanding what they're reading.
Right?
Like, this is a girl who is disassociating herself. So while it might sound like that she's having fun being abused, she's not.
No.
This is her brain being turned off. So she does it. So she's disassociating herself so she doesn't feel the pain.
Yeah, the pain is not part of her brain.
That is what she's doing. And when she pointed to the sink, that was like her brain just like do something like to confuse them. Like, yeah, it's funny to us because it is because of what she says. But at the same time, it's like that's what I don't think they're grasping. If you go into this thinking, again, April Ludgate, Wednesday Addams, then you'll understand the book, I think. This book would be so cool as an animation or something.
Didn't we talk about it being like a graphic novel?
Yeah, graphic novel first. I would like to see a graphic novel.
Yes, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have a pick for this chapter or was it just everything was awesome?
So I forgot to do a pick. I guess my pick would just be, I just want people to understand her. Like,
empathy.
This is her way of just disassociation from the abuse.
What she's doing is not making light of it. This is how she's coping. This is a coping mechanism for her. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, my pick is actually that they used the quote. One of my favorite misquoted quotes. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of any womb.
Yes.
Which is actually the opposite of what they use this quote for because they cut it off. Oh, blood is thicker than water. And they're saying like the blood of your family. And it's not that. It's the exact opposite. And I love the quotes like that.
Yes.
So this is one of my favorites. So of course I had to pick that one.
Well, that's how they guilt you. I mean, that's how families. That's how families guilt you. Like blood's thicker than water. Like we didn't choose to be born into this family.
Yep,
I didn't choose to be born where I'm born. I got lucky to be born where I'm born, but like
that wasn't a choice.
Sorry, yeah.
The blood of the brotherhood is the choice.
Yes,
the blood of the covenant is the choice.
Because you choose your family. You choose who you want to be around. Like, I don't want to be forced to be around somebody just because we share genetics. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. I choose you.
I choose you too. All right. Now, a couple lore talks real quick. So
Yes.
immortality does not kick in until 20 years old.
Interesting.
So that's important to remember.
Yep.
So my guess is we're probably going to deal with shit while she's like right before she's 20.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then there's only 10. We talked about this a little bit. There's only 10 broody bunch.
Mm-hmm. And the low numbers is because they can't procreate with humans because they're too weak.
But I'm wondering if there might be another reason why there's such low numbers too.
They're probably trying to keep them that way. I'm telling you, Wordstone necklace. All right. And then just one last little.
Mm-hmm.
He still hasn't spoken a word other than that first sentence.
That's
interesting. That's curious to me because she touched on that again. And I don't know if I'm SJMing her words, but that feels important.
So it's not the Alexises you got to worry about. It's the Charlies, the quiet ones.
Yes, exactly.
So those are the ones that get slip through the cracks.
Yep.
So, all right. You ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go. Surviving Hell, High School, Chapter 3, Alexis, Year 2099.
Homework, hormones, and a front row seat to Spartan's live streaming murder. Sounds like a normal day in high school. Let's get into it.
All right. Fast forward 8 years, and Alexis and Charlie are now in high school. Alexis is doing her best to tune out the hormonal chaos of teenage gossip and instead is solving math equations for fun. Ugh. Yeah, she's not doodling hearts in the margin. She's working through bonus math because grades alone won't cut it. See, when you hit 19, everyone takes this massive merit test to see if you qualify for a Spartan-run university. Think SATs on steroids. And Alexis isn't just trying to pass. She's clawing for her one shot at higher education. So here she is doing side math like the overachiever/survivor that she is.
Then Jessica pipes up with, "Does anyone else smell that?"
Ugh.
Alexis and Charlie are homeless, living out a cardboard box, and apparently that carries a smell no matter how many times you wash the same 3 sets of clothes. So yeah, already hating Jessica and her little pack of hyenas. To make it worse, the only kind of work Alexis can do is tutoring for food vouchers. Child labor is technically illegal, but if you're homeless, I guess the rule book gets tossed. And the more Jessica and her friends keep sniffing and sneering, the weirder shit gets. Phantom pain starts shooting up Alexis's arms, then her sternum lights up like shame. Or maybe that's just magic's way of saying hello. Either way, the pressure in her chest cranks up to a 10 when Jessica and her little entourage act like Alexis is guilty of existing.
And then, blessed interruption, a screech from across the classroom. Turns out it's fangirl squealing, not demons this time. See, they've got these old school pre-Spartan computers hooked up so they can stream anything Spartan related. And today, a brand new Crimson Duo video just dropped. For the uninitiated, the Crimson Duo are Patro and Achilles, the poster boys of the Assembly of Death. Part human mutts, famous as hell, basically the Kardashians with murder privileges. The only thing bigger than them is the Spartan Gladiator Competition, which is the Olympics if the Olympics were weeks of Spartans, dark creatures, and titans murdering each other for our entertainment. Alexis definitely sums it up best. Go sports.
Go sports.
Go sports.
This gaggle of empathetic humans wants a better view of the carnage, so they throw the video up on the projector. First time the Crimson Duo has been spotted since January. Alexis hits us with some cynicism here. Oh noes, it's been a whole 4 months. How does society survive? The footage comes from a Spartan chaser, basically humans stalking the Assembly of Death to film them with Titans. It's Spartan TikTok Live. Alexis isn't impressed. She actually looks away when the wolf and Spartan lunge at the Titan. Seems like she's the only one grossed out because the rest of the class cheers like they're at a football game.
So the Spartan on screen is Achilles. All right, here's his deal. He's the only one rocking a muzzle, which at first glance, hello, kink. But nope, actually it turns out it's a leash because his powers are voice-based and are strictly for torture. So after the last SGC, the Federation said, buddy, you're getting a muzzle. Honestly, the House of Ares has a real we're not okay track record. Here's Achilles unloading magazine after magazine into a Titan, something that literally can't even die, purely for the joy of suffering. And he looks bored doing it. And what kills me is the classroom thirsting over it like, oh my God, he's so hot while he's torturing this thing. With Alexis, Sam completely baffled.
They were onto something when they started murdering humans. Then, that is not a quote from me, that's a quote from her. All right. And then a second Spartan shows up, and suddenly the classroom goes full Beatlemania. Kids are pushing and shoving to get closer to Patroclus and handing out backstage passes. Patro steps in with his Jaguar and is like, my turn. But when he powers up, the Titan actually says something, and that's when Patro notices the camera.
That's kind of sus. Our son would say that's sus, bro. Then Patro points straight at the camera, and Achilles smashes it with his, and that's the end of the live stream. Womp womp. And right on cue, the bell rings. Of course, Nyx had been watching too, coiled up and buzzing with excitement. Meanwhile, Alexis is like, no, this is horrifying. Please stop.
So she already finished high school 3 years ago. Alexis spends most of her days camped out in the library, studying for the merit test, self-teaching advanced classes out of dusty college textbooks. Tell me that's not something that's going to come back around later. If she could have taken the test already, she would have. Today's highlight, Josh, a.k.a. doesn't know 0 is a number. Josh decides to hit her with a crude proposition. She shuts him down immediately. Good for her. But then she sprints to the library and lands herself on Cranky Doreen's shit list, which is not where you want to be, considering this is the same woman who once shot a guy's dick off for getting a hand job under the desk. Jesus, Doreen.
I mean, honestly, that sounds like life goals. I want to be a librarian now. All right, put that on my vision board. Anyway, Alexis barely dodges that disaster before she gets summoned to the principal's office. Apparently, Charlie got into a fight. And since Alexis is his guardian, she's expected to punish him. Thank God for Nyx, because Alexis clearly missed the memo on how 2 homeless kids living in a cardboard box are supposed to parent each other. Like, sure, she's the adultier adult, but come on. This is children raising children.
Back at the trailer park a few hours ago, Alexis, Charlie, and Nyx head home. And by home, I mean a hidden network of cardboard boxes under a tarp, rugs, and blankets for flooring, real 5-star accommodations. Alexis and Charlie had taught themselves sign language once it became clear Charlie wasn't going to speak.
And this is where we see their bond in action. Charlie asks if she's mad at him. Alexis doesn't snap, doesn't assume. She asks, why do you think that? Then she gives him space to tell his side. No fear, no punishment, just a safe space. And I think it's really beautiful because it's this safe little pocket that they've carved out of a world that literally just keeps chewing them up and spitting them back out again. So she reassures him what he did was self-defense and no one ever has the right to touch him without permission. So, of course, he crushes her in a hug. And that's hilarious because Alexis, our goth queen, hates being touched. But she melts into his hug.
Their bond is solid, trauma scars and all. And yeah, they even went so far as to get a tattoo, C+A, on themselves.
Aw.
They built their own version of a family, even pulling in Fluffy, the 80-pound husky who just decided he lived there now. The one thing they haven't figured out, food. Alexis gets vouchers from tutoring, but they can only be used on Fridays, 3 days away. So she makes sure Charlie eats daily, stockpiling jerky sticks for him. And for a second, she lets herself believe they're safe, that maybe things will be okay.
Let's say. Oh, all right. Okay, chapter 3. We got some big takeaways from this one. I know you want to touch on the really big one here. I'm going to let you take it away.
I mean, it's the biggest content warning, and the whole reason for the book is bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk about bullying for a second. That's the main premise of this entire book. So we found out her life is complete shit. She lives in Montana. If anyone's ever lived in Montana, you know how windy and cold and brutal it can be up there. Now she's been abused up until she was 10, 11 years old by foster parents. She's abandoned, doesn't know anything about herself. She's neurodivergent, autistic.
And she's caring for Charlie too.
Yeah. So she's dealing with a lot of shit that a lot of people in the world have no idea.
Clearly.
And that's the whole point, is these bullies, Jessica's and Josh's, they have no idea because they don't care.
No, they just,
We've all seen this in high school. We've all been a part of it. And that's maybe why people like me connect with this book. It's because we've been bullied, for shit people don't understand and didn't care to understand. Still don't care to understand to this day, like 30 years later.
Yeah.
So, the author, I think, is just trying, not making light of it, but using comedy to tell the story because it is funny. It's a dark comedy. So if you don't like dark comedy, you're not going to like this book.
I agree. Totally. Yeah. If you don't like dark comedy, it's not going to make sense.
But I also think there's another camp that's not going to like this book.
What's that?
And that's the camp that are the Jessicas.
Why do you say that? Because it's going to paint them in a bad light?
Well, because they're going to see themselves as the bully and they're not going to care. They're going to be like, oh, I don't want to read this. I don't care.
Do you think bullies don't read?
Like, this is
They would surface level it.
This is a deep dive into bullying and basically telling people, like, you don't know what people are dealing with. You don't know what kind of shit people are dealing with and how bullying is like causing suicide, especially now with social media, which makes it worse.
For real.
That's what I'm scared of with our kids. So But there are people who are sociopaths who just don't give a shit, like these Jessicas, because they think they're popular. I mean, they probably got shit going on too. And, a lot of bullies are miserable themselves and they want to bring...
projecting.
Yeah, but they won't admit it. They won't make themselves better. They just use the anger and be their assholes. So a lot of people won't connect with this book because they see themselves as the Jessicas and they're like, oh, I don't want to face this, because they don't want to face themselves.
So they're hiding from the truth that is this book.
And they don't want to face what they've done to somebody because they probably bullied the Alexises at their school. And now they're getting the onion peeled back on them to be like, well, this is the person you've been bullying. This is what they've been dealing with. And they're like, these people don't want to deal with that shit.
That's empathy again.
Exactly.
Yep. They don't want to do the empathetic thing and put themselves in someone else's shoes.
Now, so the other thing, so there's this test that they take, right? So that's what she's studying for. It's like a merit test.
Yes. Spartan merit test to get into. It sounds like there's only 4 universities that you can get into. And it sounds like they have the only education or the best education. So she's trying to get in.
And she's tops at her school.
Yes. She's tops at her school.
She does tutoring to make food. Like that's the only way that they're getting food is her tutoring.
Yep.
Which is technically illegal in this world.
Yes. Yeah. So you can be homeless and they won't take care of you, but you're also not allowed to work to take care of yourself.
When they were 10 and 11, they should have been left on their own.
No, they should not have been left there. They shouldn't have been abandoned when that all happened with their foster family. So the system failed them at that point, and now they're just kind of hanging on by their teeth and they're getting shit for it.
And I think that's another thing that she is trying to convey in this book is that the system sucks for these people.
Yes.
There's no support system for any of it.
Yes. And
so they use cynicism and sarcasm and, disassociation to live, to make it. So, and all she has is Charlie, because they said that she doesn't like being touched, which is, again, obviously trauma induced. Well, I'm going to guess autism induced, probably a sensitivity thing, but then the trauma just made it worse.
Oh, for sure. Because the only touch she said she's ever known, she's never known a hug up until Charlie. So, wow, that is so sad.
And this poor girl is being bullied, but she said that never again. So that's when she looked at herself in the mirror with the eye and the ear and everything. And she was like, never again. But she's holding it all in.
Well, Nix wants to take care of it. She wants to bite students. So Nix is always there. Got her back.
Yeah. That's the quote I picked is, can I bite a student now?
Yeah. Nix is the best for it. She's like, here, let me take care of this for you. It's the most vicious way possible, but please let me take care of this for you. All right. I know we have some tinfoil hats for this one too.
Okay.
Mine for this one was somehow, some way, the gate had kept out the Titans the entire time they'd been homeless. So the gate that Charlie closed, somehow that gate had kept out the Titans the entire time they'd been homeless.
I'm telling you, that kid's a transformer more than meets the eye.
A transformer?
Something's up with Charlie.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Charlie, he said his mind blanked when he was fighting. He just wanted to protect, and then he didn't finish the sentence. What did he want to protect? I'm upset that sentence wasn't finished. Do you have any thoughts on what did he want to protect? Himself?
The author is doing really good with hiding Charlie.
Uh-huh.
But Charlie has been through some deeper shit.
All right. Now you have a pick for this one. I love your pick for this. Yeah. Grab your book. Grab your book for this one. Oh, this was great. I think you fell on the floor laughing.
It's shit like this that tells me that people aren't reading this correctly, because this is absolute comedy gold right here. Hilarious. So here's the quote. The website also had some deeper and more thought-provoking content on the Spartans. Sketches of their naked penises submitted by humans after first-hand accounts. Not that I looked. Okay, I looked once, but I screamed and powered down the public library computer. Fine, I restarted it just so I could look again. Maybe. I had a lengthy debate with the librarian over whether penises looked like misshapen snails. She was Team C cucumbers.
No, keep going. She'd spent 5 days in a row checking the page because she couldn't believe men really had such things between their legs. And this had all happened last week, and she doesn't want to talk about it.
But that's what I mean, because I saw somebody on Goodreads who gave it a 1 star because they were bitching about quotes like this. And I'm like, because you are not understanding the person's mind. Like, that is the problem. Like, you are reading from your mind, so you don't understand why she's never seen a penis before. Yeah. She's 19 years old, and you're probably like, why has she never seen a penis? Well, not everybody is out looking for dicks all the time, okay? Like,
well,
Jesus.
Speaking of which, mine kind of goes along with, not the dicks part, but with her, she said, discreetly, as all teenagers are known to do, I banged my invisible homicidal snake best friend against the desk to stop her from crushing me to death because I wouldn't let her murder my classmates. This was another one that was quoted in a 1-star review as the reason they had to DNF. I laughed my ass off at this. Like, yeah, as teenagers are known to do, they just all bump their invisible murderous snakes on desks. What?
And that's what makes me sad about this book, because I feel like this book is genius because we've read ahead. So to be honest, we're through chapter 8 right now, and it's genius.
Yeah.
But people just don't get it. They're not getting it. Like,
honestly, I wonder if you should be the one that reads it aloud, because you do an epic job of making it awesome.
Yeah, because she also does meta stuff. Like, she makes fun of tropes. She makes fun of her own book, her own way of thinking in the book. It's like a female Deadpool almost.
Yes. Oh, that's a perfect.
It's like Deadpool meets Wednesday almost.
Oh, I like that. Deadpool meets Wednesday.
All right, so we have some extremely important character call-outs.
Yes, we do.
Have the Crimson Duo, also known as War and Sex.
Ooh.
So we're going to break them down. What's kind of cool is they gave us the stats.
They did. That
was really dope.
This seems like it would be a little Pokemon trading card.
Right? So,
oh my gosh, do we need trading cards?
Oh, we can make trading cards. There you go. Dude, that would be sick.
That would be.
All right, so for instance, like, this is cool. Name Achilles. Nicknames: the Son of War, the Killer, the Beast of the Crimson Duo. Lineage: Father, Ares, leader of the House of Ares. Mother, human. Spartan house affiliation, Chthonic. Height: 6'7", 290 pounds. Do you know how big that is?
What? I'm imagining how big that is.
Yeah, that's huge.
Aren't we, girls?
Yeah. All right. Birthday: March 27th to 2077, March 23rd, 2077. Unfortunately, he's not around yet, ladies. His power: voice torture ability, details unknown.
Whoa.
Okay. His animal protector is a wolf. Power ranking is a 95 out of 100. Well, if you know anything about Achilles in Greek mythology, he is one of the greatest warriors of all time.
Ooh, okay.
Occupations: Assembly of Death member, founder of WSDL weapons manufacturer with Patro, Augustus, and Karen, as we're calling him. Now, we do not know what the D and L stand for. We do know that the W and S stand for War and Sex.
Yes.
And his net worth is $3 billion.
Well, hello.
Would you like to read Patroclus for us?
For sure. Name: Patroclus. Nicknames: Patro, the son of Sex. Well, maybe he's Sex then. The leader of the Crimson Duo, the ideal man.
Ooh.
Achilles' handler. Lineage: Mother, Aphrodite, leader of the House of Aphrodite. Father, human. Spartan house affiliation, Chthonic. Height: 6'4", still respectable. Weight: 240. Birthday: August 23rd, 2078.
Nope, not around either.
Mental powers: details unknown. Power ranking: whoa, insufficient data.
So is he a 100 out of 100?
Oh no, maybe he's a 9,000.
Okay.
Animal protector is a Nemean jaguar.
Okay.
Occupation is Assembly of Death member. Founded WSDL weapons manufacturing with Achilles, Augustus, and Karen. Net worth $3.5 billion. All right. Okay.
And I also noticed that Achilles has a muzzle.
Yes.
So that's a little something for you ladies that like that, a little fantasy.
Yes. And a couple more.
You're just like, yes. Yes, we do like that. We like that a lot. Yes.
Yes.
Muzzles all around.
Yeah. What?
What?
Oh, yeah. A couple more points about Achilles. Vermilion eyes. What color is vermilion? Is that orangey red?
Why are you asking a guy?
I don't know. Anyways, there we go. If I kept reading my own sentence. Naturally a shocking shade of red, even when not using powers. Okay. But Patroclus has green eyes that glow blood red when he activates his chthonic powers.
So we need to watch his eyes as we read.
Yes.
Got it.
So is that a chthonic thing then when they activate their powers?
Well, I know chthonics have red eyes. If they've mentioned that, that's a thing.
Okay. I know that they glow blood red when they activate their chthonic powers.
We do have one more tinfoil hat. So the Titans can apparently talk.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember when Patro was about to end it, the Titan said something. We don't know what he said. And then the camera was, Meh. So what did he say?
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't know. I have no tinfoil hat theory for that. But I'm telling you, something's fishy. Them Titans.
Yeah.
I don't think are as bad as we think they are.
That was weird that he said something. And then they noticed the camera. Like, that was weird.
Yeah.
Was this like a staged fight?
I don't know.
It's a staged fight.
We're going to have to move on to the next chapter and find out.
All right.
You ready?
I am. Let's go.
The Spartan Merit Test, Chapter 4, Alexis.
Standardized testing, but make it deadly. Alexis is about to find out just how rigged this world really is.
All right, it's test day, and this thing must be serious because while they're testing, they're surrounded by armed men. Then when finished, they have to prick a finger and drop blood into 2 bubbles. The tests get progressively harder, halfway through switching to Latin. Alexis is the only one on the last page, with 3 minutes left. Nyx is with her, of course. She never leaves Alexis' side. And since she's invisible, it just makes Alexis look even more weird and crazy when she talks to her.
Teacher Alexis has never seen before starts collecting the papers, her anxiety starting to get the best of her. Walls are closing in, her heart's racing, the whole 9 yards. And then when she hands her test paper to the teacher stops in her tracks. Oh, okay. She just forgot to prick her finger. Okay. After she added her blood to the paper and hands it back, the teacher stood stunned again. Well, not stunned, terrified. Exactly what you don't want when your entire survival strategy is blend in, don't get noticed. Meanwhile, Nyx is over here whispering, shoot her in the legs and run. Honestly, that's probably not the worst idea.
Another teacher shows up to see what the issue is, and he looks shocked too. What the fuck? Then the other teacher, Mr. Brewer, breaks what I'm assuming is the same kind of emergency glass you'd smash to grab a fire extinguisher, except this one's for pulling out a phone to call someone. Regular phones don't work, so is this like a old school bat phone from the 1960s? Now, apparently, it's bad when a bubble turns yellow, really bad when it's the top bubble. The bottom bubble is for creatures, which means, I have no idea.
I don't know either. All right, so Mr. Brewer rattles off some coordinates and boom, flash of white light, and suddenly 2 giant men in black wannabes materialize in the room.
Nice.
House of Zeus lions stitched right on their pockets, all official and terrifying. The first words out of their mouths, where is he? Not they, not the candidate. Straight up, assuming they're here for a dude. Sexist. But surprise, it's Alexis. Girl. Oh shit, full stop. Apparently, under Article 3 of this test, impersonating a Spartan with fake Spartan blood is a death sentence. So yeah, this is an oh shit moment. They think she's faking.
All right, so here's how they test this. They jab her hand with a syringe and lock it in some magical vice grip. Alexis retreats to her happy place, and this time she picks Chopin's Funeral March this time. Great choice. So what do they do to these kids? Very humane, by the way. It hits them with enough adrenaline to kill a Cyclops. And for those keeping score at home, that's a lot. And if you're not a Spartan, you're dead in 3 minutes. They figure she's just another Crimson Duo groupie and blame that same fan website with the penises, encouraging young women to risk their lives.
Oh my gosh.
Also, there hasn't been a female mutt in centuries, so I kind of get why they're skeptical.
And just to add insult to injury, they say, no Spartan would ever abandon a female baby. Their numbers are way too low. So if one shows up abandoned, it's an instant red flag. We care about that detail, but Alexis is totally numb to it. 3 minutes tick by. She's still alive, which means 2 things. 1, awkward silence you could cut with a knife. And 2, Alexis is standing here thinking, so how are you going to kill me now? Except they don't, because now she's officially a citizen of Sparta.
What?
An abandoned mutt. And apparently that changes everything.
They ask if she's aligned with any of the 12 Spartan houses or maybe an heiress to one of them. Chthonic? Of course not. Cool. Unfortunately, Alexis is suddenly a candidate to initiate at the Spartan War Academy. Immortality isn't a right, it's a privilege. Then the guy grabs her arm and teleports them to Italy.
Oh, jeez.
Her first concern, she's now hundreds of miles away from Charlie.
Charlie. There's no time to process the whole, congratulations, you're a mutt now, bombshell, because she's standing in the Dolomites Coliseum.
What?
You know, the same arena where the SGC goes down.
Only on SGC Network. Tune in later.
The place isn't even packed, just this eerie half-full stadium, but the crowd's still chanting, remember death, love your fate. I have no idea how they would chant that, but that works.
That's fucking ruthless.
It's really welcoming committee energy there. Welcome. All right. So that rumor that Alexis had heard, newbies get tossed into a bloodbath as part of a hazing ritual. It's starting to feel less like a rumor and more like a spoiler alert. Then the horn blares, banners unfurl, and it's official. 8 flashy Olympian house flags whipping in the wind and 4 solid black chthonic banners snapping right beside them.
The difference between the 2 groups were obvious. Numbers, attire, even animal protectors. Olympians were colorful, most of them with bird protectors. Chthonic were all black, rolling in with predators, like wolves, jaguars, big jungle cats.
Shadow daddies.
That's right, the broody bunch. And then Alexis notices something else. There are barely any women in Sparta. Even worse, she's the only girl in the entire arena.
Oh, now.
Uh-oh. There's about 50 boys total, with 3 Olympian heirs marked by their gold laurel wreath crowns. Her thoughts get interrupted by a roar, a Nemean lion walking beside the young man himself, Zeus.
Zeus. Legendary lightning powers that juice up his speed, his intelligence, his strength, probably his dick. Basically the cheat code version of a Spartan. What? We've been
dick?
Well, we've been talking about that this whole time.
What?
Anyways, what?
Zeus's dick?
She was probably thinking about it. I'm just ad-libbing for her.
Obviously you were.
And of course, he doesn't just walk in. Oh no. Sparks are flying. His skin is glowing. He full-on swagger walks in like he's about to drop his debut album. Do you think he's an ambi-turner though?
I know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you like my Zoolander
Zoolander.
reference? Yeah. All right. Anyways, then he launches into his "Welcome to the Thunderdome" speech, except this isn't fun or funny. It's a bloodbath. The initiates, what?
We have to watch Love and Thunder now, just the part with Zeus, because this is totally Russell Crowe right here.
Okay.
Oh, it's perfect. Go ahead.
Except this isn't fun or funny. It's a bloodbath. The initiates, heirs, mutts, creatures, it doesn't matter. They are all about to fight to the death just to qualify for phase 2, the Crucible, which, by the way, is just an intellect test. So yeah, academics in Sparta, you don't get a number 2 pencil, you get a survival gauntlet. And the kicker, he keeps hammering that line. It's not a right, it's a privilege.
So I have to agree with Alexis. There are definitely better ways to welcome people to challenges, right?
Right?
The crowd didn't care, though. They were roaring for blood. All the initiates are 19 and supposedly have their powers by now. News to Alexis. Immortality doesn't kick in until they're 20. But once again, we're hit with, immortality is not a right. It's a privilege. Wrapping up his villain light monologue, are they ready to become gods? Even Nyx is worried. Alexis has already known suffering, but this might be a whole new level, and she's got concerns.
I think we all should have concerns for her. Oh my gosh.
I think this is a great way to end the week.
This was a perfect chapter break.
Yeah,
I love it.
Fucking halfway across the world now.
Initiation Massacre. Good luck.
Well. Okay, so let's back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
She took the test, and apparently males and females somehow get Spartan blood. I'm guessing like in the black market or some shit. So I get the females because they want to meet their fucking psychosis and they want to meet war and sex. But why would the males do it? Do they think that they can get into the Crucible somehow? Is that their goal?
No, I think sex here is a very free-for-all because of the Spartans.
So the boys like it too.
Yes, I believe that was the whole consensus.
Okay.
Yes. This is a very free-for-all love Spartan thing. Like you imagine from all of the stuff. Yeah. Yep.
And I do like that Jasmine is doing this because if you know it about Greek mythology, the Greek gods are all beautiful, gorgeous, and so it makes sense that the humans would be attracted, especially since Patra is supposed to be like the sexiest thing to walk to Earth, right?
Yep.
So it makes sense that they would risk their lives, but that's a shitty way to go. Like, all right, we're just going to pump this in you.
Like you don't even get to meet them.
They only got 3 minutes to live.
Yeah, like you don't.
Shit. You don't even get to say.
There is no upside to this.
There's no saying goodbye to people either. I mean, you could
No.
probably make a phone call real quick, but I don't know what the cell phone situation is like in this world.
I don't know either.
That's
This
shitty.
seems like a terrible idea. It seems like a really terrible idea.
But imagine fucking Alexis, dude, like having this crazy ass life and then that shit happens. Then now you're fucking zipped away and you're like, congratulations, you're in this giant ass arena.
Halfway across the world, all the way away from Charlie.
Jesus.
Welcome to the Initiation Massacre. What the fuck? Oh, no.
Nyx knows more than what she's letting on, though.
You think so?
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about her powers, though. Her powers should have developed by now, which is news to her.
News to us as well.
News to us. She's concerned.
Unless, according to your theory, her powers have manifested because we're thinking that somehow she's connected to whatever killed the mother.
Yes, I think so. I think so.
I agree. I don't disagree with that.
The age of immortality is also 20, so we found that out as well. So she's only 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I saw in the tinfoil hat, I completely forgot about this line because words matter.
Yes.
Lived with a Titan.
Recruited or lived with a Titan.
So that does confirm that they're just not mindless beasts, that they are intelligent.
Yes. And it said something to Patroclus. So
lived with a Titan.
Yeah. The phrasing of that was, that's very interesting.
So are we treating Titans like the USA treats immigrants?
Invite them in and then deport them to a country they don't belong to? I don't know.
Because that's just a weird sentence. Lived with or recruited by the Titans.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's propelled.
So I'm going to read you the exact question.
Okay.
Have you at any point in your life been recruited, lived with, or had any contact with a Titan?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So I know you've read the book.
Mhm.
What do you think is going to happen next in this arena? Is it just going to be a big old
This is going to be a big old
free-for-all?
bloodbath.
Yes.
Yeah. It's an initiation massacre. And it sounds like you're just a freaking free-for-all.
You know what I was thinking of, what this book kind of reminds me of?
What?
And we were just watching the movie a couple days ago
What?
down in Orlando. The Kingsman.
Ooh.
Where like it's comedy,
Yes.
but great action, and it's got some serious stuff to it. You know, I feel like this could be like Kingsman kind of thing.
Yes.
The
I
same
totally
type
agree.
of training, because remember, they go into the Kingsman training. So that's kind of what this is like. There you go.
I
'Cause
like
I was
it.
like, it's not Hunger Games. It's very Kingsman-ish.
It is very Kingsman-ish.
So Matthew Vaughn directed that. So he would be a great director if this somehow makes it.
Ooh.
Which I'm gonna fucking
You're going to push for it.
hell yeah. Jasmine Mas, call me up.
Right?
All right, let's get to
Is it
some
Mass or
quotes.
Moss?
Mass. Sorry, Mass. Yeah, Jasmine Mas. All right, let's get to our quote. Go ahead.
This is my favorite quote. Kid, I'm not a babysitter. I'm a full-time nanny without any of the benefits of getting to kill people. My life is tragic. She's freaking hilarious.
But that's what I mean. Like the plastics from that's the people that don't get this book, are like the plastics from
Oh, yes. From Mean Girls.
Yes.
Yes.
They would never get this.
But Kate, whatever they called her name in that.
All right, now we're gonna go to our picks. Here's my pick. This is another great Nick's quote right here. So I'm gonna just read the entire thing real quick. Steal a gun from a mercenary, Nick said. Shoot her in both legs, then run for it. Do it quickly. I'll cover you. My eyelids twitched. You can't just shoot people, I whispered. I wasn't built like Doreen. Nick's hiss. Sorry, I'm the only one of us actually trying to problem solve. The banter is perfection.
Oh, it's
And-
absolute perfection.
All right, what's your pick?
Ridiculous. Okay, so mine is when she didn't die, right? And they tell her to stand up. And she's like, oh man, is he going to break my neck because the drugs didn't work? So she didn't move. And she's like, oh, I'm not mentally prepared for this. I'm not prepared to have my neck snapped. So then in her head, she says, should I try to crack it first to get it loose? Should I turn in the same direction to make it easier? And that was my pick. Let me try and make this easier so you can kill me easier.
This book is comedy gold. I don't care.
Oh, this
It's
is
so
great.
funny.
I love it. Oh, man. We did have one character to call out of this
Well,
one, too.
Zeus is just back. We
Yeah.
got Zeus again.
Yeah.
But we
well,
know- but
this time they described him exactly as you hear him always described.
For Russell Crowe, just with a lion companion.
Yeah.
basically.
Yep. Perfect.
So the first two prologues, chapters 1 through 4, we are extremely, extremely excited for He Said, She Said again, which is up next. We are keeping it because we love that game and there's so many good quotes. We're going to try not to just use Alexis and Nick's,
We'll see what we can do.
and they're not going to be in her head. They have to be actual quotes.
Yes.
And then the segment we're very excited for, we used to do Assassin's Whisper for our recap for the Throne of Glass series, but this one's going to be even more fun because they do the Gladiator games on TV. So we thought, why not do our own version of ESPN SportsCenter? So this is called the SGCN SpartanCenter.
SGCN SpartanCenter.
Yeah, so you'll be meeting Iamus and Pallas. Those will be your two commentators. All right, so you ready to play He Said, She Said?
I am. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to He Said, She Said, because we can't think of any other game.
Hey, we tried.
Hey, it's still a fun game to play.
It is. I like this game.
So this will be our first time doing Blood of Hercules. Hopefully this is not all Nick's and Alexis quotes.
I did a good job of it not being just them. I do have 2 of 4, so half.
Okay, now.
Yeah?
Are we ready?
Yes. I know I messed this up already, so
Oh, God.
sorry.
Go for it.
Okay. All right. So easy. You can hear me, can't you? What are you?
That is a good, easy one. That is Nick's to Alexis.
Yay!
Yay!
I did it. I got an easy one.
Cool.
All right. You did a good job too.
Okay,
All right. What's the easy?
you should get this. You're a strange human.
So that is also Nick's to Alexis.
Yeah,
Yes.
she has some of the best quotes in this.
She does. It's so good. It's so easy. So quotable. All right. Medium.
Yes.
What the fuck is the meaning of this?
Ooh.
It's probably a hard, and I'm sorry,
No.
but I really wanted to do it because it was different.
It's not hard, I don't think.
Okay. What the fuck is the meaning of this?
To me, it's either the foster parents, one of the foster parents, or one of the Men in Black people. I'm going to go with, oh, God, one of the Men in Black people?
No, you were right with the mother.
With the mother?
Yes.
Damn it.
The mother to the lady dropping off Charlie. That was good. So was that an okay medium then?
Yeah, that was a very good medium.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this.
Because I thought it was one of the two groups because I thought of the guys appearing, with the blood thing and being
Mhm.
like, what's the meaning of this? And
Yep.
then, but I also do remember the mother saying something like that when Charlie arrived. But I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good one.
Good job.
Okay,
All
let's see if mine is medium. Ready?
Yes.
26 is far too young to be bound for all eternity.
Well, I mean, I don't think they gave this random speaker a name. Some dude at the Federation Assembly to fate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But was there a name? There was no name associated, right? Okay.
Well, no, there's no name. I just put someone to fate, but I just thought it was kind of a medium because it could have been Zeus.
It could have been Zeus. Yep.
Give me your hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be.
What?
Don't be.
Don't be what? Is that like a full sentence?
Yep. Don't be. Period.
Like there's no don't be blah 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 said an asshole and
Nope.
then okay.
Nope. Just don't be. Period.
I think this is a trick question.
Who's sassy like that? Well, never mind. That's everybody.
No. I feel like this is a trick question.
Oh, is it?
I feel like they've only said one thing. Is it Charlie?
No.
Oh, I thought it was when Charlie, like when she said, I'm going to be the best big sister and take care of you.
He said, you don't have
That's
to.
right. Son of a bitch. All right.
That's okay.
Who said it?
Fate said it to Zeus.
Ah.
When he said something like, oh, I was just curious. And she's like, don't be.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
My hard one could have been a medium one. So I feel like it's when a guy says, I'm 9 inches, and then you find out, oh, no, not even close, bro.
Okay.
That's where we're going with this, probably.
Okay.
Do whatever you want. You're seniors.
Do whatever you want. You're seniors.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying what?
That this is more like a medium, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, this,
Because now I think about it,
yeah.
who would talk to seniors?
The
like that?
seniors like that would be the teacher. Is Mr. Brewer? Is he the teacher at that time?
He is one of them, yeah.
Okay. So the teacher to the students who are watching.
Yeah, I mean, you got
The
it.
Crimson Duo.
It was
Yeah.
Mr. Brewer.
Is it Mr.
Yeah,
Brewer?
he was just kind of like laid up and was like, because they were like, we want to
Whatever
watch the
you
Crimson
want.
Duo. He's like, I do whatever you want. You're seniors. Fuck it. Ah, I remember those days.
Ah,
Do
yeah.
whatever you want. You're seniors.
Ah, yes. Like you have senioritis. I
These
remember
fuckers really do whatever they want nowadays. Like when I was like stretching the teenagers and shit, like
Mhm.
they were doing like noon appointments. I'm like, aren't you fucking supposed to be in school? They're like, I just go a half day. I'm like, what is this bullshit?
that. That sounds awesome, though. It sounds like
They would never let us out unless you had like 9th period study hall. Then that was the only time you were allowed out early. Like you could have only like 4 classes as a senior, but then they would just throw your ass in study hall or be a gym helper just to keep your ass at school.
oh,
Yeah, it fucking sucked.
oh yeah, no, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, these kids can just bounce the fuck out.
Hey, I like that though. You don't need to stay there when your
I
work
agree.
is done. I love
I'm
it.
jealous.
I
That's
love
jealousy coming from me.
Yeah.
Seriously,
I love it.
I was like, oh, you bastards. You know how much how much trouble I'd get into?
Mhm.
Anywho, that's probably why they didn't do it.
Probably.
All right, so we do got some bonuses as usual.
I do.
Knock it out. Go ahead.
I don't make asinine oaths.
That sounds like
Are you okay over there?
Nick's to Alexis.
Is that your final answer?
One of them said it. It sounds like one of them would say asinine oaths.
Who uses words like asinine oaths?
Yeah, like Nick's or Alexis.
Yeah.
2 clowns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
To each other. One of them to each other. apparently.
what's your final
I'm
answer?
gonna I'm gonna switch it up. Alexis to no. Damn it. Fuck. Oh man.
Can you think of a context where someone
is this-
said, "Hey, make
Is
an
this
oath"?
50-50 here? Am I like at least
Yes.
somewhat right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are.
All right. I'm just gonna go next to Alexis. Final answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Woohoo.
So this was Alexis saying, "Hey, don't kill anybody, okay?" And she goes, "I don't make asinine oaths. Get out of
Okay.
here.
That's
Go to
what I
sleep."
thought, Yeah.
She says, "I don't make asinine oaths. Go to sleep."
Oh, jeez.
All right. What's your bonus?
All right. Ready?
Yes.
Move so I can see.
Move so I can see.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not Charlie because he has not said anything other than that sentence. So
Correct.
move so I can see. Ooh, I wanted to say Nyx to Alexis because she wanted to see the Crimson Duo thing, but now I'm not sure that it wasn't one of the high school kids saying move so they could see when Patrocles came out. Oh, man. This is a good bonus.
Thought process is good though. I will say one of the two are correct.
Well, yeah, of course.
I will get. Yeah, of course.
Oh, man. Oh, that was a good hard one.
Yeah.
That would have been a really good hard one. I am going to say high school student to another high school student.
That is correct.
Oh,
Yes.
man. I was like,
I just put someone to student because it literally says someone said to
Yeah.
other students. And I was like, okay,
Yes.
someone to student then.
I feel like Nyx would have added something sassier in there, maybe.
Yeah.
Like move your stupid head or something, like just something a little sassier to indicate.
Okay. Well, he said, she said is done. And up next is what we've been looking forward to, our very own SportsCenter from ESPN. We are calling it SpartanCenter from SGCN.
SpartanCenter.
So get ready to meet Imus, son of Apollo, and Pallas, daughter of Athena. Welcome to SpartanCenter on SGCN. I'm Air Imus of Apollo, prophecy, hot takes, and healthy fear of Latin exams.
And I'm Eris Pallas of Athena, strategy, sarcasm, and breaking down the dumbest plays so you don't have to.
Every week, we're bringing the highlights, lowlights, and blood-soaked bloopers from Blood of Hercules. Think SportsCenter, but with more titans and trauma.
So basically, SportsCenter.
All right, kicking things off with our first prologue. Fate steps up, rocks in hands, and drops the big prophecy. The lost one shall change what is before. Titans will inherit the earth, nothing but war. That's your season trailer right there.
And then Zeus questions the call.
Yeah, Fate shuts that down immediately. Are we looking at a lineup change in House Zeus?
She calls him a boy, Amos. That's not Captain Energy.
Now we transition to prologue 2. Humans doing what humans do best. Learn the playbook, then burn the stadium down. Goodbye, Rome. Goodbye, Library of Alexandria.
But the headline here, The Great War. Olympians versus Chthonic. Team versus team.
Chthonic houses come in swinging. Ares, Haiti, Aphrodite, Artemis, the Broody Bunch All-Stars, and for decades, it's carnage.
Olympians rally, limp away with only 8 players left, but they stop the clock and come out on top.
Not a blowout, but enough to get the W, and the Broody Bunch benched hard, forced into Titan cleanup duty. That's probation, folks.
Ooh.
All right, chapter 1, set the scene. Alexis enters the league, 10 years old, cardboard box for a home arena, sarcasm already MVP material.
She meets Nyx, her giant invisible snake. Absolute chaos agent. Total fan favorite from day one.
Then the trade nobody saw coming. Charlie, 9 years old, quiet, small, gets placed into her cardboard lineup. Alexis promises to protect him. That's a franchise building moment.
Total heartbreaker, but also the first real sign Alexis has light under all that darkness.
And I'm calling it now. Charlie's my sleeper pick for this whole book. Keep your eye on him.
All right, we'll do.
All right, we have footage from chapter 2. 1 year later, Alexis is 11, Charlie is 10, and winter in Montana is brutal. No food, no school, no backup.
Ooh, foster parents plot to take Charlie off the roster permanently. Alexis dials up the nuclear option, 777, Titan emergency line.
She threatens her fosters with jail, tries to protect Charlie, and it backfires hard. They beat her, she disassociates, scores the scene in her head like a movie soundtrack.
And then boom, Titan through the window. Mom dies, dad begs for help.
Immortality denied.
They lock themselves in the bathroom with Nyx until it's over. The police arrive, Alexis rats out dad, and he's ejected from the game.
Chapter 3, fast forward 8 years, Alexis is in high school, grinding math for the merit test.
Jessica, the bully, trash talks from the sidelines. Alexis is trying not to end her career early. And then the Crimson Duo shows up on projector.
Achilles and Patro, arena celebrities. Think LeBron and Kyrie if LeBron wore a muzzle and tortured people for fun.
Can we get a slow-mo replay on that Achilles entrance? Look at that sword swing. You can't teach that.
Flags on the play, though. Torturing a Titan isn't exactly clean fundamentals.
No, and Patro joins the fray with his Jaguar. Crowd goes wild. Titan starts talking, though, and then diva move, camera gets smashed. No more feed.
And finally, chapter 4, test day, armed guards, Latin sections, blood bubbles at the end. Alexis is the only one still writing at the buzzer.
She pricks her finger and the bubble turns yellow. The teacher freezes, all eyes on her. It's not ideal if you're trying to stay undercover.
Mr. Brewer breaks the glass. MVP move, pulls out the emergency bat phone, and suddenly coordinates are flying. Men in black teleport in, House of Zeus crest on the pocket.
And they don't ask where is she, where is he? Surprise, boys, Alexis is a girl. And impersonating a Spartan is punishable by death.
So they jab her with a syringe, lock her in a vice, and hit her with enough adrenaline to kill a Cyclops. 3 minutes on the clock. If you're not Spartan, you're done.
And Alexis walks it off, still breathing.
Woo.
Citizen of Sparta now. Abandoned mutt turned official. And that changes everything, folks.
Until they teleport her to Italy. Surprise trade. And her first thought? She's now hundreds of miles away from Charlie.
Woo!
All right.
That was insane. Yeah. All right, it's time for our top 5 plays. Coming in at number 5, Alexis. Their existence was unfortunate. If you wanted to live, I didn't.
Number 4, Nyx. Your attitude is unsettling. It really was unsettling.
It was. Number 3, foster dad begging mid-Titan fight to Alexis. Fuck you, dude. With both middle fingers. Yes.
At number 2, Fate shutting down Zeus. You're just a boy. Emotional damage.
And our number 1 spot goes to Alexis and Charlie's C+A tattoos. Emotional MVP moment.
SpartanCenter Top 5 brought to you by Old Zeus. The only deodorant strong enough to keep you fresh after 3 days of Titan slaying. Old Zeus. Smell like lightning, not like fear.
And that's your SpartanCenter wrap up for this week. Titans, trauma, and a 10-year-old who might just be the rookie of the year.
Next time, Initiation Massacre, who survives, who gets benched, and who doesn't even make it to the Crucible.
Until then, immortality is not a right.
It is a privilege.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Booked for Two.
Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review to help other book lovers find the show.
Follow us on socials at Booked for Two Podcast for behind-the-scenes content, updates, and sneak peeks. We'll also post next week's chapters every Sunday, so you can read along.
Join us for our live Q&A. We are back to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central on TikTok. We'll answer your burning questions, react to your theories, and occasionally overshare our book-related emotional damage.
Want even more chaos? Join our Discord. The link's in our bio. Come hang out, chat books, and get early access to exclusive content.
And finally, don't forget to grab your merch at bookedfor2.com.
Until next time, keep turning the page.